Hello, audience. Today I'm going to be reading PewDiePie versus Toby in Equestria. Ugh. Why? Oh, and guess what I've found lurking through the shadows of film fiction? PewDiePie in Equestria. Oh, I have to read it now because I found it and I started it and now I must continue because it sucks. And apparently it's my most popular video, so why not make another one that's so terribly bad? Anyway, chapter 1 and only 1. So, yeah. PewDiePie versus Toby in Equestria by Amazing Fail Writer. Yeah, that's for sure. Author's note. I like both PewDiePie and Tobuscus. I loved writing this, and I hope you can all enjoy it as much as I did. Here comes PewDiePie. Alright, bitches, you know what to do, General PewDiePie said as he marched along the lines of the bro army, holding Stefano slightly out in front of him. Troll Tobuscus, barrel! Account the videos! Hello, audience! The speaker boomed to life as Toby's face appeared on the large screen of Tobyville. Today we dislike spam PewDiePie videos for trolls and lols. The cheer in Tobyville would have destroyed any normal person who didn't live in their parents' basement's eardrums. Oh, okay, I get it. So the cheer in Tobyville would have destroyed any normal person who didn't live in their parents' basement eardrums. Every single citizen in Tobyville marched to their grim basement and turned on their crusty computers, their eyelids heavy from sweating Toby's video all night. They began to type like robots as they bashed buttons to log into their YouTube accounts and search PewDiePie in the search box. They all simultaneously clicked his name and his latest video. Their fingers worked quickly as they all disliked and flagged his latest video. In the Bro Army land, the Bro Army readied their battle gear, consisting of PewDiePie t-shirts and Stefano statues. Today we kill Toby! PewDiePie screamed as he charged toward Tobyville. By the way, I've never seen PewDiePie. I know there's a big war of Tobuscus and PewDiePie now that I know who PewDiePie is. But no, I do not watch him, nor do I like him. The Bro Army followed him close by as they charged down the street. Suddenly, a big flash hit up the sky, and PewDiePie and the Bro Army got pulled into a vortex of purpleness. They landed on the ground and stood up. Barrels did this! General PewDiePie called out as he looked around. They were standing in the center of Ponyville. About 50 ponies were gathered around the Bro Army. A few seconds of awkward silence, and a second purple vortex appeared. The equally cool audience flew through, and Toby and his dog spotted PewDiePie and screamed, "It's PewDiePie! Murder him and put him in a barrel!" The audience stood up and quickly charged at the Bro Army. Ponies began to scream and run in all directions. Twilight Sparkle galloped towards PewDiePie. "What's going on?" she cried over the sound of desperate screams. "Barrels!" PewDiePie screamed back as he threw his Stefano statue into a section of the audience. What are the barrels you appear... what are these barrels you appear to fear? Twilight questioned as PewDiePie flung two fanboys in opposite directions. "Toby is the king of all the barrels!" PewDiePie replied before letting out a war cry. So this Toby is evil? Twilight asked, tilting her head to one side. He's a barrel! We must stop him! He replied before pointing at an open gap in the audience's defense. 10 12-year-old fanboys, attack the area! The fanboys charged the area, only to get knocked down by Toby's dog. Well, I guess Rainbow Dash and I could help you, and maybe we could get over ponies to help you, Twilight said, turning to round up some other ponies to assist PewDiePie. Twilight trotted around Ponyville, gathering ponies. Little did she know Toby had already enlisted a pony to round up over ponies to help him. Will you help PewDiePie? She asked another pony. "No, Help Toby! The cult yelled back. Barrel! Twilight shouted, turning and running back to PewDiePie. She should know what a barrel is, my gosh. So he turned to Pewdie's side. Sir, I have gathered lots of help, but the Barrel King has done the same, she cried. Uh, well, we must kill the barrels! PewDiePie shouted. Why do you always shout barrels? And why do we have to kill them? Can't we convert them? Twilight asked. Because the barrels can never be changed, and it sounds cool. Are you a spy for the Barrel King? PewDiePie asked, pulling a face. She shook her head. Fine, ponies attack! Oh, no, that was PewDiePie, okay. Fine, ponies attack! He cried out, charging through Ponyville towards Toby. For PewDiePie! Twilight yelled as she charged alongside him. Oh, over pony. Wait. Other ponies followed her lead, and soon the entire population of Ponyville and the fanboys of both PewDiePie and Toby were locked in fierce hand-to-hand trolling combat. The battle lasted long, many casualties for both sides. It was unclear as to who had won. Suddenly, a massive white blinding light shook Ponyville, and all the fighting halted. An explosion caused a deafening sound, and out of nowhere, Princess Celestia rocketed toward PewDiePie and Toby and lifted them off the ground. Everyone and every pony was shocked. They stared hopelessly at their fearless leader. Their fearless leaders were flown higher and higher into the clouds. Let me down, you barrel! PewDiePie shouted, flailing his arms and legs. Celestia released her grip on PewDiePie, and he began to fall at extreme speed. Barrel! He screamed as Celestia flew away. What? PewDiePie turned quickly onto his front and held Stefano out in front of him. Stefano slowly began to grow until he became a massive statue. All the ponies in the Bros army climbed onto Stefano as he began to levitate. Toby's dog grew to the same size as Stefano, and the audience climbed on his back, and so did the ponies. The dog and Stefano engaged in fierce combat. The audience's mount clawed at Stefano, but he was as solid as a big rock that's been underground for a while. Rainbow Dash flew high into the air and aimed herself at the audience. She forced herself to unbelievable speeds, breaking the sound barrier. She pulled up before hitting the audience, and a magnificent rainbow erupted beneath her. The audience were all sent flying backwards. PewDiePie had won. There was no other option. Stefano broke into a dance as the ponies and Bro army alike cheered and hugged each other, and Stefano bounced over to the audience. You, Barrel King is gone. Your Barrel King is gone. Surrender, PewDiePie said to the nearest audience member. Another cheer erupted from behind him. We surrender! We surrender! The audience cried out in unison. PewDiePie jumped off of Stefano as he began to shrink back down to his normal size. Celestia reappeared with Toby sitting on her back. It's not over yet, Toby laughed as he said triumphantly on Celestia. As he sat triumphantly on Celestia's back. Celestia pulled her head back, creating a beam of energy. It's over, PewDiePie! Toby laughed maniacally. Celestia sent the bolt of energy at PewDiePie, but it was rebounded by a more powerful green bolt of energy. It hit Toby right in the chest as he flew back miles. A great gust of wind swept the rest of the audience away as the Bro army all looked behind them in shock. In the distance, it was clear what was being said. We'll be back, PewDiePie, and when we return, you won't win. And that, my friends, is how I won the war against Toby, PewDiePie said it to the group of young fillies and fanboys. More powerful green bolt of energy. No questions asked. What? Okay, that made no sense, and that was terrible. Again, terrible. Besides, Toby is way better than PewDiePie. Why do I read such crap? Crap! All the time. Nothing but crap! Thanks for checking out my terrible video. And, next time, I guess till next time. Uh, go check out Brony Fanfic and Multi Fanfic a Day, good friends of mine. Um, like, subscribe, I guess. It doesn't matter. Comment and stuff. This is getting really weird. Uh, until next time, I guess I will see you guys later. Brony on barrels!